amiga, ella tiene razón. Yo voy a romperte el corazón, voy a romperte el corazón. Hazle caso a tu amiga, ella tiene razón. Yo voy a romperte el corazón, voy a romperte el corazón. Hazle caso a tu amiga, ella tiene razón. Yo voy a romperte el corazón.
Trabalhei, make you no deixa larguei. I don't want nobody to keep my matter gay. For this life I dey, I want to be.
Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Catch 'em.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. It makes me wanna dribble dribble, you know, riding in my Fiat. You really have to see it. My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me.
it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the
right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot slide. They go right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
Wait.
Renegade,
Go.
renegade, renegade.
Go. Got one. Go. Go. Oh, go. Yeah. Go. Let's go. Go. Go.
Alone down. Alone down.
It's about damn time. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenci. I'm trying to bring out the fat bitch.
Pista pela vitória, pelo triunfo. Conquista, se é pela glória, uso o meu trunfo. A rua é nós. Votamos de nós, brigamos por nós. Na pista, pela vitória, pelo triunfo. Conquista, se é pela glória, uso o meu trunfo. Tio, a rua é nós. Votamos de nós, brigamos por nós.
my Louis Vuitton, but even with nothing on, bet I made you look. I made you look. Yeah, I look good in my Versace dress, but I'm hotter when my morning hair is a mess. 'Cause even with my hoodie on, bet I made you look. I made you look. I could have my Gucci on. I go wear my Louis Vuitton, but even with nothing on, bet I made you look. I made you look. Yeah, I look good in my Versace dress, but I'm hotter when my morning hair is.
Don't let go too strong.
bestie and your bestie sit down by the fire. Your bestie says she want parties, so can we make these flames go higher? Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I go, ane. Chucking morphina, anane. Chucking morphina, ane. My bestie and your bestie sit down by the fire.
Girl, you fly and ghetto with them brand new high heel stilettos. Smell like rose petals. Heard you a rock star, heavy metal. Well, I'm a pop star. Let's get together. Ice your neck up, change the weather. She a hot.
People want to dap it up, but they can't get none from it. I went to jail and snap it up. At least I had bum money. People wanna rock around me, trying to steal my lingo. Just make sure when you.
already claimed that loot of the vault. They already made their rotation. They don't want to get caught in the backside of zone. Everybody else is just fighting for the scraps, whatever's left over. Pixie and Della, though, talk about scraps. They don't have to fight for that. They're just trying to capture that point so they can get those overclocked pulse rifles.
Yeah, and you do not want to give it to these guys.
No, not at all.
A very, very scary team. Pixie and Della, one of the better teams in this lobby, you'd say. But they need to be careful because right now, the island's not going to go for free. It's Ziandi and Uguay who want to fight for it. They want to take it. And they have a fight on their hands. Pixie and Della, right? Into the box, and they have to hit the shots. So Uguay falls. So that leaves Ziandi. Della is so low on HP. He needs to take a moment to heal. But while he does that, Pixie, he's just going to continue on the fight. He doesn't want to allow Ziandi to get the revive of. Dealing with them excellently. Really nicely done here from Pixie and Della.
In the blink of an eye, they just really take it to him. They kind of drop Uguay down, get him separated. Ziandy's there kind of by himself. He just peeks at the wrong time, takes a huge tag, covers go over. And that's just honestly exactly what you were saying, to where you don't want to give overclocked post rifles to an aggressive team like that.
Those two bit off more than they can chew, and they were punished for it. They'll have to rejoin us here in game 2. Pixie and Della, though, will be well on their way to having a great game 1, and that could be a problem if you're Queasy and Vino wanting to play hype, because Pixie and Della do that so well. The Stash and Tayson in this game, they're still trying to rotate in towards the zone. They're not quite there yet. Close to being in.
Would it be safe to say, like, if anybody had rivals, Merstash and Tayson's rival would be Malibuca and Thomas at this point? Create a little scoring line.
I think people would say that. I don't think it's a rivalry.
Okay.
But it is a rivalry, but
I'm going to try and write the script. I'm going to try and write it little by little as the season goes on.
It's definitely a rivalry in the sense of course, Malibuca and Merstash from the teammates. Merstash beating out Malibuca to get that first title. And then, of course, Tayson and Thomas being as competitive as they are, former teammates. Maybe don't get along too well nowadays. I don't think it's a rivalry because I just think Tayson and Merstash are better. Oh, that's my take.
Why did I not see that one coming from a mile away? Merstash and Tayson trying to prove you right yet again. Close by was that duo of Thomas and Malibuca. Luckily for them, they're just trying to rotate inches in front of Merstash and Tayson. They like to play gatekeeper to some of these teams on the edge of these zones. But with the kinetic blades, with the ODM here, you're able to kind of close the gap a lot quicker than in some of the other seasons. Skydun and Shaco's just trying to get Storm Surge damage. They don't have mobility when it comes to either one of those items. So for them, it's about trying to make that perfect rotation to zone. I don't even know if it can be perfect. Shaco, they're actually doing a good job of utilizing the shield bubbles, which you see more in zero builds than you do in the regular mode, but they're well above the damage threshold when it comes to Surge. So for them, they just got to rotate to the zone. Everybody else in the lobby has to worry about where they're going to get the damage from.
These guys don't full sheet for them, right? They don't have to worry about the damage. Well above as well. 3 eliminations to Howley probably is part of why. But they do have to get into zone, and when they do get into zone, they're going to be here on this side of the zone that is so congested. You see all these different teams around. And sure, it will lead them opportunities like this where they can pick up some more tags and build that surge up even more. But they have to start thinking about how they can get deeper into the zone, avoid all these teams that could cause issues for them when it comes time to move. That next zone pool will be very, very crucial to how the rest of the game plays out for them.
I want to see what they were banking on, too. That little edge of high ground. Try to be the advantage that they're going to try to utilize. JJ2, Stompy, become a little bit of focus in the lobby. Deoxy, Andelix on the other side, under pressure. Andelix has to do something to try to alleviate it, as Deoxy does go down and out overall. Andelix can be left by himself as a solo. And Stompy and JJ2, they have the choice. They could take what they came for, get the loot, continue on, try to go to zone, or they could try to fight Andelix, hoping that he's just left here on the edge of zone by himself. But as the zone continues to pull west, if that is your plan, you have to go now. Otherwise, this is going to become quite congested in a couple minutes.
And of course, if you've been watching competitive Fortnite for a long time, you'll be no stranger to seeing Andelix survive as a solo for long periods of time and having good games. We'll see if maybe he can reach some of his previous best form here in this game to do just that. And look at some of the elims going on all around the map. Some box play happening right now. Nice shot there from Code Jerky.
Got some good heals out of that as well. I don't know what he actually picked up, but overall he did have 3 different legendary slurp juices. But that's enough to honestly stagger yourself to the backside of the zone. Take some time rotating here before you figure out what that right move is. He lost his teammate, so he is going to have to do it as a solo. Fast strokey, though, and Hydro trying to utilize the ODM gear, and there goes the snap strikes to try to break through the box, and he does it perfectly. He breaks the box, Fast strokey goes in, replaces it, and lands the shot to get the elimination, but they're only 86 above the damage threshold. That's not much.
That was so clean, though. The way they got those limbs was so clean, so effortless for them. For Strokey and Hydro, like you said, they're not sitting comfortably in that regard, and so they'll have to keep it moving and finding more damage as they go along. And that's the same here for Nico and Dan. Barely just being above right now. They desperately have to find tags. And if they know that Queasy and Veno are in that box, they might decide to just hold them, yeah. You can see that. They both have to rotate towards the east. And because Dan and Nico are sitting ahead, they can just sit here and hold. Force those guys to hold a chunk of damage. Malibuka and Thomas looking for damage of their own onto the Totem boys.
Just trying to put the pressure. Don't let them have any sense of comfortability, even though they're ones that are high in the sky for now, being able to kind of look over everybody else in the lobby, gather that information, try to paint a picture of where this rotation is going to come through. It's not going to be a far rotation like some of the other players in this lobby, but they're going to be rotating into a very, very stacked part of the zone, both inside and outside of it. And that's kind of what happens when you're a solo. You gotta imagine Nandeleg's probably down on Surge, forced to try to play aggressive, to try to pick up the damage that he needed. Looks like almost a lose-lose situation. He fights the next. Juicefish, Shmoky. On the other side, they become the focus for a couple of teams, which kind of alleviates some of the pressure from Howley and TeamZ. Below them is a whole nother team as well, so they have to be careful. You gotta make sure you have that volume cranked up. You don't want to let somebody try to sneak into the box.
They're chucking the clips. They're going to be eagerly searching for something. Only 16 above right now is not ideal at all.
Scary.
Very scary.
Cheating finally goes down. Maker gets taken out. Monet box to box with a whole nother duo. He actually lands a good shot. Shield's going to get ripped off. Teammate doesn't have